Let us see the last problem of our online video. Today we have another very important problem. If the magnitude if the magnitude of the resultant of two vectors having maximum value, if the magnitude of the resultant of two vector having maximum value 10 Newton and minimum value minimum value 4 Newton, then obtain the magnitudes of the component vectors, magnitudes of the component vectors. So it is very simple algebraical problem, although it is a vector problem, but we can deal it from the point of view of vector algebra. Because when we deal with the magnitudes of any vector, that's become scalar, and scalar is algebra. Scalar is nothing but algebra. So it's like an algebraical problem. The magnitude of the resultant of two vectors. So the solution, let A and B are two vectors. A and B be two vectors. So when you will use the word let, then we have to write let A and B, not R. We must use B, because this is the rule. When you use let, you must use B, not is or alpha. So let A and B be two vectors, and their resultant is R. So we have supposed the resultant to be R, and A and B are the component vectors. So the maximum value, maximum value of R, because R is the resultant of two vectors. When both the component vector x acts in the same direction, A and B acts in the same direction, the resultant of A and B gives the maximum value. And when both are act in the opposite direction, the resultant of both the vectors gives the minimum value. For example, 7 Newton and 6 Newton force, if we act in the same direction, that will be 13 Newton will be maximum value. When you act 7 Newton and 6 Newton in opposite direction, that will be subtraction from the bigger one, subtraction of the smaller one from the bigger one, that will be 7 minus 6 Newton. So when two vectors act in the same direction, that will give maximum resultant value, and when two vectors act in opposite direction, that will give minimum resultant value. So maximum value of R means R max equal to, that means when both the vectors act in the same direction, you can write directly R equal to A plus B, because you see R equal to root over A square B square plus twice A B cos theta. When both act in the same direction, say two vectors A and B act in the same direction, the angle between these two is 0. So if you put 0, A square B square twice AB in place of theta, you will get A square B square, that cos 0 equal 1. So you will get A square B square twice AB in place of cos 0, you will get 1. So A square B square twice AB, that is finally A plus B whole square. So square and square root get cancelled. So what do we have? Finally r equal to a plus b, and it is the maximum value of r. So a and b act in the same direction. So similarly, when they act in the opposite direction, suppose there is a vector and it is b vector, they act in opposite direction. The angle between these two is 180 degree, because and now we have to put the value of theta 180 when we have to deal with the minimum value, because suppose 1624, 1624, so you are acting in the opposite direction, that will both be cancelled. So that will be the minimum value of the resultant of two vectors when both the vectors act in opposite direction. So once again we apply the same formula, a square b square twice ab. Now this term, since both the vectors ab acts so let me write it to be capital A, it is capital B. So the angle this time will be 180, so cos 180. You know the value of cos 180 is, what is the value of cos 180? That is 2ab. Now the value of cos 180 is minus 1. So the minus 1 will come before the term twice ab. So now see, it is, you can square this term, you can express as this square, complete square, a minus b whole square, square minus twice a equal to a minus b whole square. So this is square root and square term cancel, so a minus b. So the minimum value of r comes out to be a minus b. So given that the maximum value, so I would like to write on the top now, the maximum value r equal to a plus b is given 10 newtons, and the minimum value is given a minus b is 4 Newton. So it's it's nothing but like solving the problems of high school collinear equations, or solving the problems to collinear equations involving variable x plus y, x minus y. So if you directly sum up these two equations, b and b get cancelled, twice equal to 40, a comes out to be 7 Newton. So we put the value of a in any of the above equations, say in the equation 1, that is equation 2, we will get from equation 1. If you put the value of a in equation 1, so 7 in place of a, we will have to put a equal to 7 and then 7 plus b equal to 10 Newton. So what finally remains, that is b equal to, on transferring it on the left right hand side, 10 minus 7, that becomes 10 Newton. So we have got the values, component vectors, we have got the values of the component vectors, a to be 7 Newton and b to be 3 Newton. So when both the vector, remember students, my dear students, always remember when both two or any vectors, any number of vectors acts in the same direction, their resultant become maximum, that is theta is 0, and when they act in opposite direction, that is the angle between these two is 180, their magnitude, the resultant, the magnitude of the resultant become minimum. So we have used R maximum, because R maximum by using the formula, it's a plus b, R minimum. We have found it's a minus b. On solving it by like a high school algebra, we have got the component value of the component vectors. So that's all about today's class. Thank you, and thanks for being with me in my class.